Hello, I'm Rob. I'm a big Torino fan from England. As you can see, I'm in Turin and I'm here for the Derby della Mole against Juventus. Forza Toro! So the favourite Torino matches that I've attended was probably Fiorentina 2, Torino 2. Even though Alessio Cerci missed a last-minute penalty, it would have meant we would have qualified for Europe. But thankfully we still managed to make it into the Europa League the next season. I also then travelled to Bruges to watch Torino in Europe, and unfortunately it was only a 0-0 draw. So I fell in love with Italian football when I was much younger. In England there was a programme called Football Italia, which was free-to-air television and allowed you to watch sort of Italian games sort of in the 90s when Serie A was at its peak really. So yeah, I sort of grew up watching Paolo Maldini, Francesco Totti and players like that. So I always sort of loved Italian football, and from then I sort of became aware of Torino through reading about it in a sort of magazine. I'd never previously heard about Grande Torino and the tragedy of Superga, which is somebody who loved football I sort of found really surprising. And then yeah, as soon as I sort of heard about that story, I just had an affinity to Torino. They became my club. I always liked the colour as well, it didn't hurt, but yeah, so that was in 2005, and then yeah, I went to watch my first Torino match the following year. So it was difficult to stay in contact and sort of socialise with English-speaking Torino fans. So I started a website in English which had all Torino news. I had a Twitter account which had sort of Torino reports and sort of updates from the games. And more recently, with my friend Peter, we started a podcast called the Talking Toro podcast, where we discuss sort of every game, sort of preview each next match, and we sort of interview sort of Toro fans from around the world. Here at the Stadio Grande Torino, ready for the big, unique Derby della Mole match against Juventus. It's not long until kick-off. Obviously a lot of atmosphere is now building. At home, my routine would now be a bit nervous and sort of anxious ahead of the game. Obviously it's a beautiful day in Turin, so enjoy having a beer before the game. Forza Toro! What's this? Oh. Thank you, StarCasinò.Sport. Unbelievable walkabout experience to be able to walk into the players' changing rooms on the sort of moments before a derby is absolutely incredible. To be able to walk near to the pitch and sort of soak up the atmosphere before kick-offs, absolutely unbelievable. Thank you very much, and thankfully, hopefully Toro go on and win the derby.